Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the weirdness. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new, welcome in. I'm gonna be doing a pick a card reading tonight. Well, this morning. I don't know. It's like 1:30 ish. No, it's already 2:12. Damn. Anyway, I'm up way past my bedtime. Anyway. The energies today have been off the charts. I mean, not just like literally, but even like figuratively speaking. And so I was just kind of rolling around on my bed with nothing to do, and I had that little nudge. It's like, hey, do this. Okay, so here I am. You can pick between pile 1, 2, or 3. These are some of the custom sigils that I do. And whichever one you're drawn to, just pick the pile. I'll leave the timestamps either pinned in the comments or in the video description. So just take a second. I'll hold them up so you can see better. This is pile 1. Pile 2. Alright, flip it this way. There we go. And pile 3. Nope, this way. Okay. It's weird. My camera's like, it's mirrored right now. It's so bizarre. Okay. So I'm going to start with pile 1. I'm going to move these to the side so we can come back to them later. It is so eerily quiet because usually my kids are going absolutely batshit crazy, and it is so Asmodeus, no. My two-headed dog just said fuck it, fuck it. Anyway, I'm grabbing something so I can write down the damn. I'll just grab the fucking, if it'll let me have it. Damn, give it. Anyway, don't mind me arguing with my stuff. Whatever. I needed to write something to write on so I could write down the stinking timestamps. 1 second. Maybe this will work. Okay. So we have this right here. Alright. We've got discernment, refuge, and finding peace to start off with. Numbers 57 and 12 might be relevant for something. And then we have Gabriel, Angel of Heralds, Duma, Angel of Dreams, Brick Wall, Defense Mechanism, Guarded, Hard to Reach, and Lift Off. Fast action, progression, forward, the wait is over. Engineer, architect of solutions, engineering practice, problem solver, complex systems, technology, and then careerist. Dreamer of grand schemes, vision, cunning, I can't pronounce that. It's either machination or machinate, whatever, and then aspiration, okay? So, let me take a little look. Because I didn't peek whenever I pulled them, I just put them in piles. Okay. Oh crap. 1 second. I almost forgot to light my mugworts. It helps the energies in the unseen kind of come in, and I just, what is any of this without them present, right? I want them to feel welcome too. Alright, so before I do these two, I'm going to go ahead and read the whatever from the Oracle of Emanations deck with Gabriel and Duma. Okay. Okay, the guardian that stands beside the gateway between Angelarium and the rest of existence. Gabriel's lantern points into the seething darkness. Its light breaks open the unknown and banishes doubt. There is certainty in this light. It fills you. This angel issues no command it doesn't need to. Shine, little light, shine. The impetus for action burns in you. In fact, you burn in it, fueling its light. Suddenly you burst forth, blazing away, piercing the dark, leaving change in your wake. There is light everywhere you tread. You are the light of Gabriel's lantern. The might of this angel does not command you, it aims you. The signs are a lantern, a mirror, a discovery. Okay. Where's Duma? There she is. Alright, Duma, angel of dreams. Docent to the unknown, Duma is the impetus to doubt a false reality, to crack the shell, keeping you from the truth. When the world shifts around you, Duma is your guide. The world is stranger than you believed it to be. What we all dream, we dream together. Those... I had to burp, sorry. Those dreams pull together in Duma's cupped hands. Look below the surface of the water. You know you've missed something, and yet you wonder why. You listen closely, and yet you hear nothing. All the while, you dream the truth you think you seek. It is said that Duma and Leliel are connected. The truth of this can only be found within Angel Hair. And then the signs are a reflection in water, a golden cage, and an eye. Very interesting. Okay, so discernment, refuge, and finding peace. It seems here, a lot of us did, like our manifestations, technically yesterday. For me, it's earlier tonight because I haven't gone to sleep yet, but, this is seeming to, like, hint at that, and maybe some of what you're going through right now. Yeah. Because it seems here, like, these are different aspects of you, as you've kind of moved through things, or maybe someone that you're with, like, in my reading yesterday, it talked about, some people around us possibly having, like, a light bulb moment kind of thing. It could be that, you've been, with your discernment, being more in your authentic self and moving with that, like living the example of it, right? Like you've been kind of lighting the way for others, okay? And it could be that, people had sort of a brick wall, or maybe you perceived them that way. And they might be seeing you as this like engineer, like an architect of solutions, engineering practice, problem solver, complex systems, technology. Refuge and finding peace. Okay, so in your dreams, like that whole manifestation process, right? Lift off. There's progression. The wait is over, and it's also here. Dreamer of grand schemes, vision cunning, aspiration. All right, it could be just like a mindful thing to look out for, because maybe some of these people maybe these people didn't have a light bulb moment. Okay, maybe they don't use their discernment, and there's been a lot of energy of like cutting people off lately, because these energies are so strong. It's like a collective purge, and you didn't want to force anything on anyone, but you did try to solve what you could, especially if it has to do with like your very personal life, like your close circle, your family, your personal relationships, stuff like that. You gave it a good try, you put your best foot forward and tried to tell them, like, if you stop and think, if you would reflect a little more, because it's like people have this exactly with like the brick wall thing. It's like they hit this default, it seems like, and you try to let them know how their actions impact not only you, but even with themselves, or like in relationships, right? You could be trying to explain to someone, just the basic shit, like what you need, what you want in that exchange, okay? And they just don't get it. They won't get it because they're just not there. It's like literally hitting a brick wall. They just don't got it, okay? And so, like, for the longest time, you've been, like, finding refuge and peace within your dreams, like, the things that, like I said with Doom, like, the impetus to doubt a false reality, okay? So, you've been taking the time to really discern, like, what's for you, what's not, and you're ready to take action, okay? And you don't care if people look at you and, you know, these people that, were pushing against you and stuff, you don't care what they think at all about how you're moving, how quickly you're cutting people off, how, you know, because it's not about them. You know, so many of us, we had mistaken, like, caring about others and showing love and everything as, like, how much of ourselves we were willing to sacrifice, you know what I mean? And that's not it. That is so not it. And people exploit that. And so, it's a really grand act of self-love to just, sometimes you gotta put your fucking foot down. Like, look, I really don't care. I don't care if you cry. I don't care if you think I'm Satan himself. I can't, and I won't anymore. I'm just gonna pull, a couple of these from the Mystic Black Rose deck. Just want to see where some of these might be applying to get a little more detail. I think what I want to start with is, I think we'll just go with it. Alright. The main thing I want to get more on is this careers thing. Like, what is that about? All of this considered. Okay. Oh, finality. Differences, divorce, breakup, not looking back. Okay, so it does clarify what I was kind of feeling out there. Okay, cool. Alright, and then for liftoff, this fast action, progression forward, the wait is over. Maybe some of you have been, you know, waiting for parts of yourself to catch up. Like, you were kind of feeling that things were going a certain direction, and you were like, you know, when is this gonna kick in? You know what I mean? Like, when is this? Oh, that popped out. Alright. Children. Immaturity, innocence, childhood. Okay, so I'm seeing it more so like you're noticing this might be pertinent to someone you're really close to. Or it's because whatever this is starting to take a toll on your children. And it's not just, like, you might be a mother or father, but what have you. And refuge and finding peace. Like, maybe all you really wanted was, like, a safe place for you and your children. And the people that you were having in your life, whether it be, you know, your parents, a significant other, their parents, like an in-law situation, what have you. It's like this dream, not just for you, but for your kids. It's like that final thing that's giving you that final push. And it's like, look, we're just not... And it says here, like, the wait is over. So if you were working on that, like, especially if you were doing manifestations yesterday, it could be something that is saying, like, you know, your wait is over, like, the universe hears you. Alright. What is this brick wall, please? Defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. I'm trying to take it easy on my hand. I cut it the other night. This bandage is, like, not agreeing with my shuffling. Alright, get away. Wow. Alright. So maybe you were trying to tell someone, like, I need to get away. I want to get away. Or maybe you couldn't tell them that. There was just, they wouldn't get it. You may have even flat out told them, like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this. I don't want... And maybe that's what discernment is about. Like, they just lack the most basic levels of discernment to understand, like, they don't want to be with me? What? Some people are like that. Like, they could be absolutely clueless, and you go and mention, like, the bullshit that they're doing and how it's affecting you, like, trying to find solutions and shit, and they act so fucking clueless, and it's, it is gaslighting, because it's like the fucking audacity. My thumb hit that, but anyway, there's denial, exactly, denial, and get dramatic, exactly. What is this engineer? Architect of solutions, please. Alright. Completely done. Moving on, ending cycles, lesson learned, coming full circle. So yeah, you tried. You gave your all. And at this point, you're just like, there's no more, I don't need to discern anymore. I see the way forward. I know why I have the dreams that I have. And I want to get away. And maybe they've been trying to say, like, you know, you're just guarded and you're too hard to reach. You won't, and it's like, no, look, I don't give a fuck what, you call me whatever. Call it whatever. Like, I've tried to tell you. I've tried going through, wasting years and time and energy trying to get all these solutions just to continue to make plans that never come to fruition because it's like a one-sided thing. Alright. Let me get one more of these. Just to kind of go with discernment, refuge, and finding peace, Gabriel and Duma. Liz. Okay, so Spirit's saying, like, if you've been noticing this and you're still having, like, that little nagging, snagging sensation in the pit of your gut, it's like, is this really the right thing? Yes. Yes. What you've been noticing is true. Okay, exactly. We have faith, wishing, praying, hope. Yep, because you've been talking to the universe about this. You've been talking to Source about this. And your faith and hope, holding on to your dreams through this bullshit, unhealthy relationships, people just having nasty ass behavior, you know, that faith pays off. And it is. The liftoff, don't care if people are trying to say that, you know, you're being cunning or whatever. Sometimes you have to be. I mean, depending on the situation you were in, especially if it was really toxic. Sometimes you have to be cunning. Because that's the only way to do it and survive. And when it comes to survival, like, you should never be ashamed of what you have to do to survive. Because without yourself, you don't have access to this experience. And, like, your vessel, your mission is your purpose, you know? And on the bottom of the deck, we have moving. Boxed up, environment change, empty shell. Okay, so it looks like you're going to be changing your environment, getting the fuck out of whatever. Either you're giving them the boot, or you're just like, I'm out, I'm gone, whatever, and just let it be what it is. All right, I'm going to pull a couple from here. I made these forever and a day. It's weird that I was drawn to them. I haven't used these in a really long time. There must be something in there. Okay. All right. We've got loving power, universe, obey my word, NWO, serving, seven dwarves, obsessed with fame and fortune, and then the number 786, okay? And 608. Could be like connected to that careerist thing, like somebody might be saying like you become obsessed with just having this crazy life and you don't want to be a family and you don't want to just settle down, and man, fuck that shit. People love their fucking labels when it's doing it to anyone but themselves, right? Okay. 2737. Upon the earth, and it was so. Spirit of God, lions begin again. Ooh, that's interesting because, like, the Lionsgate was. Yeah. Anyway. White thornless rose is David's bride. We have been waiting. Sound is structure for the word. Interesting. That whole begin again is catching my attention too. Like, we have been waiting. Ooh, I just got an eerie feeling saying that. It's like something's coming or something. Like somebody, like something's coming in and being like, we've been waiting. It's freaky. Anyway. 1232, Synchronicity, White Room, number 639, Dr. Doom, Professor X, number 1169, Ground Yourself, Water Sign, The Choices We Make, 1957, 1348, Invisible Spirit. Oh, see, I was just saying it feels like something. 258, Copper, Iguana, 275, Good Night, Thought, Orgasm, 88, Alberto. Oh my god, it makes me think of Waterboy. Alberto. Anyways, Lion's Den. There's another thing about lions. Soldier, Judgment, Ambrose, Indigo, Elite, The Gambler, Carter, Opinion. Hematite. 759, I see you. Ooh, that is crazy. I see you. Because it's like that. We're waiting. And then the, what was it on this? Invisible Spirit. And then I see you. Interesting. Take that however it resonates. And like, only take what resonates. Of course, leave what doesn't. If it's not for you, that's fine. Don't try to make something fit. I know my messages aren't going to be for everybody. They're not supposed to be meant for everybody. And I promise I won't be offended or anything. And, I mean, it's fine. Alright, 2 came out. This is your second chance. Oh, shit. What was that? There was something here. That was like... What was that? I could have sworn there was something here about... Anyway, I might be mistaken. That's fine. Okay. Brother and sister. Righteousness is key. 795. Holy Grail. Bloodline. 744. 674. The High Priestess. Dove in the Clouds. Shoestone. 1119. She is... What? She is my soundtrack. Interesting. Okay, she's my soundtrack. This isn't... But yesterday, well, for the past 2 days, stuff that I've pulled out from the weirdness jar has talked about, like, a record and a record player, and The whole sound and frequency thing. Where was that? Come on. Structure. Yeah. Sound is structure for the word, okay? And then we have the rules, premiums, gas, human elites, whatever. It's something out in space, whatever. If you know about it, like I can't pronounce it to save my fucking life. All right, 481, manifestation current, open house, Minnie Mouse, the Grand Poobah, Tiger, the Cosmic Christ, 508, the Monster, Honky, tuition, irreflectable, the Obsidian Pillar. Okay. And then on the bottom of the deck, there's 225, Rose, Red Shield, Oak Island, Club, Cerebro, Moose, Electric, Ness, Steel, like as in Peter Steele, not steel as in like the material. Rent, Dedication, Hold Tight. Ooh, I love that song. If you ever seen Death Proof, like, anyway. Each time you call, hold tight, hold tight, yeah. Anyway. Of course, we gotta balance it out. So we're gonna do a few of these and then we'll move on to pile 2. This is getting very interesting though. This is why I like oracle cards. It's like, they go deep. Not that tarot doesn't or anything. It's just some people are amazing and phenomenal with reading tarot, and like I'm not bad with it, but I nowhere near as adept with that as I am with the oracle stuff. Anyway. Damn it. Fell on the floor. Okay. Come here, you little shit. Come on. I was kidding. You're not a shit. Thank you. Alright. It says, I come from above, bitch. And she's like, okay. So that whole lift off and like something taking off, the weight is over. This is like something coming in. That dream that's been being held. And fate. Another one going in the floor. Why are you being like that? Why you got to be like that? It's smarter to explore all options before making a choice. Just be sure you aren't using indecision as a scapegoat for fuckery. Overwhelmed, but for a reason. What did you hear first? Pick the one you can live with. Choice, that is. Exactly. Like, not the person, it's one. Okay. All that shuffling, dude. It was like, no. Are we gonna come out? Are you in there? Ah, haha, thank you. Financial impacts felt, and I see you finally put the blades down. Acceptance. A lesson learned. Okay. Okay, yeah, like, that whole fighting a losing battle, like going up against someone who's just being a fucking brick wall. You've tried everything you can, everything you're even willing, and sometimes even beyond that, you went beyond what you were even willing to originally put up with. On the bottom of the deck, there's, you can't sit with us. As little, like, what the fuck? Okay. This table is full. Bitch, I don't want it at your fucking table. Jesus. I just want you to leave me the fuck alone. I want to go be fucking weird. and do my thing. I don't want to be at your bitch ass people. Alright, so moving on to pile 2. Alright, where are we at? Okay, so I just went to go check the timestamp after doing pile 1, and my phone and everything went absolutely haywire. I don't know what it was. Anyway, it was weird. Okay? Alright, so pile 2, we've got affinity and friendship, purification, Lelial, which is weird because Duma came out in pile 1, and even in the description of it, it was talking about people think that Lelial and Duma are connected, and because one is the angel of dreams, this one's the angel of night. Then we have Zadkiel, angel of mercy, animal shaman, diviner, graduation day, and repo. Okay, this looks good. This looks really good, pile 2. Alright. Alright. So maybe recently, you've had to let some things go. Maybe there was something funky going on with your finances. Maybe some purification. Just having to clean up where maybe some habits that you had, or maybe someone you were living with, relying on financially, had defaulted on a payment of some sort, noticing that they're financially incapable, maybe got something repossessed, and then affinity and friendship, maybe like you're aware of this, and it's like, you know what, maybe it's a close friend of yours, or someone you're just really close to, and so you're not taking it personally. Like, you might be understanding what they're going through. Maybe they've been going through a purge, a purification process, and you've watched them graduate, leveling up. They've learned a lesson, acquired wisdom. All right, or maybe this is you. You know, getting to know yourself. I'm being told like it's like a thing with yourself. Affinity and friendship, like you're being more gentle with yourself. You're not feeling like you're stuck in survival mode as much, even though like certain things, like it may have taken something happening like this to push you into that transformation, okay, to where these lessons could be learned, to return to yourself, to purge, purify. And so you've learned this lesson, all right, and you might be discovering some of your gifts are possibly related to working with animals, communicating with animals, animal spirits. You could have an animal familiar around you. Okay, you could be noticing that you're kind of ready to step up in a place where you can help others, guide them through like spiritual things, because like you've been through it, so it's like you're not just going off of rhetoric that everybody else has put out there. You've lived it. Or it could be talking about you've been getting out in nature more, and kind of being your more natural self, because like the vessel is an animal, okay, and we occupy that. And so and that whole affinity and friendship, like having an affinity for animals, being able to align that connection between self and body, and it's like it no longer being a separate thing that's constantly fighting. And that could go with like Zadkiel, angel of mercy, as well. This diviner, seer of the unseen, foresight, insight, cosmic connection. Okay, so you could be noticing being able to, like, once you connect with your vessel in a very deep way, you start to see like a broader picture, you know what I mean? And you start to understand that your body has its own intelligence, its own awareness and everything. It's just, it's been so long since people gave that any credit or any took it seriously or anything, that it's often forgotten about. So, and it could be like your body, you're noticing your body is recognizing you as, oh, that's sweet, as you're this, like the self inside of you is this grand cosmic thing, and it's ready to let you lead, you know what I mean? As where it may have been trying, like, desperate in survival, may have been like having situations where you were having to rob Peter to pay Paul, or maybe like lie to friends and family, not like really hard lies, but just little shit to be able to get things that you need, make ends meet, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna read from the booklet here about these emanations here, Lilial and Zadkiel. Well, these angels, they aren't the emanations themselves, but whatever. It's late. Lilial, where you at? There you are. A fleeting spirit who dances across the sky, beautiful but aloof. Stars fill the tresses of her hair. The night passes whether we are lost to quiet murmurs of sleep or staring out at a darkened expanse of sky. For everything you see, there are 1,000 things unseen. Okay? You witness the glimmer, the gleaming of what is truly there. Lilial passes from star to star, filling the night with light. One would think the darkness is Lilial's realm. However, it is starlight that heralds night's arrival. Okay, before I go any further, I just want to say this. Like, people often think of, like, anything of the light as being, like, the brightest of the light. No, there's a whole spectrum, okay? Even down to just shadow itself, and then, you know, to the brightest of the bright, brighter than the sun kind of thing. And you could be finding your, as you integrate yourself and your body and all the aspects of you, finding your place in that. And starlight is one of the best chef's kiss. I like that. Anyway, star bright, stars light, dance on and on across this night. What lullabies await us? What glittering night charms will Lilial hang upon the sky for all to see or all to dream? Signs: wind, sheer cloth, and the moon. Beautiful. Speaking of which, y'all see the moon tonight? Oh my god. It is beautiful and it's huge. Where I'm at, it looks almost orange. It's crazy. Because I know it's the sturgeon moon coming up, but like, the whole like sturgeon moon. Anywho. Zadkiel, where you at? That's Zachariel, not little. There you are. Angel of Mercy. The one who metes out forgiveness and is the one who judges transgression. Zadkiel is the swift gavel as well as the crushing hammer. Those who have sinned against your fellow man, Zadkiel may relieve you of your punishment, but in asking you to submit yourself to the scales of the angel's judgment and wrath. Zadkiel sees all the cracks and seams of the soul, finds all the things we are covering up to convince ourselves of the illusion of a moral existence. Zadkiel reminds us to reveal our failings openly and be judged by those that have the power to forgive. It is only the just who may make such reckoning. The signs are scales, rising smoke, and a gavel. Get tongue-tied. Okay, so yeah. So I was talking about, like, learning to make, like, better judgment calls regarding, like, yourself. You could be even finding out, like, as you're finding your place, in the spiritual aspect of it, that you're opening up more to the unseen, right? Feeling more in tune with that cosmic connection, and that's, oddly enough, that's what this sigil is about. Oh, I'll show you something really cool. Hold on. Because this is relevant to that. If I can find my little thingy. There it is. I wasn't going to do this, but... because I usually don't, but... this is relevant to the whole seeing of the unseen and kind of what this is talking about with transformation and having, like, reached a point where, you know, you're willing to be judged and willing to stand, like, hold yourself accountable. But yeah. some of those codes might help you with this as you're moving forward, because you have acquired this wisdom, okay? And you also, maybe you're a reader of some sort. This is really sweet. This is kind of similar to where I was like a few years back, and so like my heart really, I know what it's like to be there, and it's really hard work. It takes a lot, but it's like you doing the damn thing, and I love that. You know, and Zadkiel, Angel of Mercy, like, it's not just about like being shown mercy, but also having mercy on yourself. Okay, having mercy on like the broader understanding of what all this is, right? Like life in and of itself, what the whole journey's about, you know, and once you start to go really deep into that, it's one of those things, like, once you know, you can't unknow. And it's a good thing, though, because, like, you would never even want to go back to having not known. It was like, that was not existence. I thought it was, but it was so totally different. Alright. Anchor. Hold it together, getting a grip, heaviness, chained up. Okay, so I'm taking this more so like holding it together and getting a grip, okay? Because like you may have been through these heavy situations, things that had you feeling like chained up or tied up or whatever. But you're starting to notice these energies that were pointing stuff like that out to you. We're trying to anchor you into your like sense of integrity and trying to show you, you know, through these experiences that that what you, there we go. Ooh, there's surprise. Unexpected actions, spontaneous showing up, unexpected change. This is cool. I like it. I like it. Pile 2. This is really sweet. It's like spiritually wholesome shit. Ah. And then the cards are like, think again. Anyway, sorry. Get them off the floor. I'm gonna try not to bump my head on my desk. Jesus. Alright. And then we have Muse. Inspired by you, listening to music, emotional bonds, song, lyrics. Okay, interesting. In the pile 1 had stuff about music, and this has been a recurring thing, okay? In the past, like, few readings that I've done. So, like, about music, and, because you know, frequency and sound and all that good stuff, but anyways. You're inspiring people. You're inspiring parts of yourself. You're letting yourself be inspired. You found your muse, possibly again. And if you know what, oh, God, yes. Like, the whole cosmic connection thing. Oh, if you know, you know. Because you find that something there that you didn't think to look for inside yourself, rather than outside yourself, and it's like, yeah, ho ho. Anyway, what is animal spirits, please? What is that about? I'm curious for you. Clown. Degrading appearances, shame, humiliation. Okay, so yeah, this, I had a feeling this was like regarding the body and everything. You might be like stepping out of like self-deprecating cycles. Leading yourself out of giving others to hold the power of shame over you. Like, you're stepping up, holding yourself accountable, and like when you hold yourself accountable, people can't make you feel ashamed anymore. Okay. You might be taking better care of yourself, because it like talks about appearances here, and maybe you struggled with like people trying to humiliate you, and maybe you took it out really hard on your own body, like, and now you're starting to see like it was never like that. Like, and your body is taking notice of that. Like, I see that you truly love me. Like, you truly see what's been happening, and that broader understanding does so much, especially when you apply it so deeply. Diviner, seer of the unseen, foresight, insight, cosmic connection. Okay, decision. Wrong reasons, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. Okay, so maybe you were having issues, or maybe you still are, because like sometimes when you're starting to like first dive into that, like I was saying, like diving it real deep, it's a bit hard because we're so used to having visual proof of something, right? And a part of you is like, I deserve to see what it is that I know within myself. Like, there's this conviction deep within that you have this awareness, okay? And so I think that's what this here is too, with surprise. What you need is going to be showing up for you, as far as like, you've seen into the unseen, you've caught something in foresight, okay? And it's pertinent to this cosmic connection and everything, and this has been coming up in readings here lately also. Like, things are stepping through the veil, and like, I think you feel that. I think you're just waiting. You're just waiting to see, and I don't blame you for that. We've been dicked around for so long by a system that it's like a whole emperor has no clothes situation, and so and the divine understands that too. And because of like so many doing the work inside themselves, like the real hard work, it's helped spirit remember integral parts of itself, so that it can step through. You know what I mean? We hold ourselves accountable. It's like I said, that whole mirror principle. Okay. Let me get one to go with Lilial and Zakiel, please, and then we'll get a few other cards. And then we'll move on to pile 3. Oh, that's too many. Oh, okay. Well, that one flipped out. Alright, family. Starting a family, making a home, feeling safe. Security. Okay. This is interesting. Wait, this is interesting. Okay, so maybe Lilial has been, because she is the Angel of Nights. Ooh, Angel of Night, not Nights. I don't know why I said that. Maybe that's pertinent. On the bottom of the deck, there's forbidden. Love affair, temptations, flirting, giving into pleasure. Okay, so this might be with forbidden there. Maybe you've caught something in foresight, and it's hard to explain. I'm trying to find the words here. So you're aware of something deeper, okay? And you're not the only one who's noticed this. There's a whole bunch of us who are dealing with something very similar, okay? And it has to do with that stepping through the veil, so to speak, okay? I'm just going to leave that at that. I feel that you know what that means for you. As always, only take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. I know my readings aren't going to be for everybody, and they're not supposed to be. I don't want them to be for everybody. Because I know my weirdness runs deep, and, not everybody's going to jive, but that's totally fine. Alright. Oh, here we go. Prophecy is here. 863, your games. September 14th, Rumpelstiltskin. Disorder causes chaos. Revelation 6, 2950, claircognizant. 1051, Bim of Trinity. Invite, squirting orgasm. 933. OP Crossroads. Your Anger. O Positive Blood, 1764. A Rising Tide Lifts All Boats, $25.99. You Have Changed the World. Schizophrenia. Navigate, 1507, 1362. I'm in Love, 1264. Alright. Translation. Forbidden Forest. Dangerous Need. Cthulhu. Side Hustle, 610. Kratos and Athena. Blood Moon Rising. Taco Tuesday. I love Taco Tuesdays. 1738. Number 3. No More Tears. Substance. Smithsonite. You get one more, please. Oh, shit. Fucker, man. Oh, God. Why? Why? Dang it. I said, bitch. There's a card right at me that bounced off. You play nice. Alright. Indigo Elite. The Gambler. Carrier. Ambrose. Judgment. 991. Lion's Den. Soldier. The Net. Opinion. 13. 347. Hematite. ICU. Alberto. 88. Thought. Iguana. Orgasm. 275. Good Night. 258. Copper. Lion's Den. Oh, wow. This is getting deep. So this is where I like to... I love, like, going really fucking... Anyway. Alright, Hug Your Children. Numeral 892. The Walking Dead. Sweetie. 1114. Heavy. Native Americans. Low. I'll Be Rich Again. Huh. Loving Power, 603, Universe, Obey My Word, NWO Serving, 604, 1921, Seven Dwarfs, Obsessed with Fame and Fortune. Let me get one more of these ones. Alright, thank you. Frankenstein by Marie Shelley. When You Gonna Learn? Eight of Diamonds and Muted Water. Shelley, Lioness Venus. You Are My Eyes and Ears, 1887. Continue to work on both. 777, Code System, 1009. Alright. Maybe you recognize some of the codes that are in these. That's what I've made these decks for. Anyway. On the bottom of the deck, we have Red Truck Cousins, Right Ear Ringing, Peace and Happiness, North Carolina 482, Children of the Light, The Crossing. Okay. And then we'll balance it out with these, and then we'll move on to pile 3. Yeah, come on. Ugh. Well, one landed face up, so that's the one I'm going to take. Something to put these on. Just in time, too. So something you've been holding on to. treasures you've been holding, dreams you've been holding, waiting for a foundation to set it upon for it to grow, to build, okay? Alright. Silver tongues are forked too. Knows how to double speak. He's a magic man. Weak for a pretty face. Okay. Maybe that was someone you were dealing with? Oh, that one hit the ground too. Oh, interesting. Fell, but not in the fire, and you can see like a hand throwing, bounces up, it just like lands here, it didn't go all the way down, okay? Yeah, so somebody thought, maybe they thought that when they threw you to the side that you were just gonna, I don't know, you were just gonna roll yourself over and just be done with it. I don't know, I don't. It's like you're acknowledging, like, yeah, I fell. I did. But I got my ass up and I learned to watch my step. I learned to sidestep that shit. I like it. Ooh, we don't do that again, please. Card's spicy tonight. Okay, this table is full. You can't sit with us. And this one in the middle is like, what the fuck, really? Okay. Don't want to. But then we have this. What each of us are as a whole defines what we become together. What's cooking? Okay, and so you have this, it's like the two hearts together, us, also us, and it's like on this journey, right? And you have the black heart and the white heart, whatever. It's like balancing it out. And so like the whole thing of like, you can't sit with us, like people pushing you away, like pushing you out, like this here, like, and you're like, well, that's fine, because I realized I didn't belong there, because if I had been there, like, I wouldn't have known, you know. Ooh, we have Mr. Grimm, Slap Chop, Goon Squad, Wet Work, Ghost Rider, for a price. Intriguing. I want to get one more, please. One more, we'll close it out and go on to pile 3. Tripod or tricycle, the company we keep. Compromise, reconcile, okay? That makes me think of the affinity and friendship. So maybe you're this is making a full circle here, circling back around. On the bottom of the deck, carries the sword with a blunt blade, but wields it ruthlessly. Dry person, but smart. Brings good news and ideas. Okay? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, you're starting to see things from like multiple angles here. Different aspects of the light, you know what I'm saying? Like with Lily, like we're talking about, like starlight, heralds night's arrival, like, okay. People think like night is, or darkness is Leliel's realm because of her being the angel of night, but it's starlight that heralds night's arrival, okay? That's awesome. Somebody needs to turn their fucking shit down. pressure is okay. Shit drives me nuts. It's like past 3 in the morning. Like, seriously, why the fuck are you driving like that? Other than to just be anyway, I'm bitching. I'm getting grouchy. It's close to my bedtime. Well, it's past my bedtime, but I wasn't tired. Maybe I am getting tired. I'm getting bitchy. Alright. So that was pile 2. Now we're going to go pile 3. Alright, so 30 minutes and 45 seconds. 30 minutes and 45 seconds. Pile 3. Alright. For those of you who chose this. Alright. Let's see what this shit's about here. Oh, unhappy voyages. And false promises. Okay. And then we've got Israfel, Angel of Song. Song is a recurrent thing, and every single one of these piles is better. Okay, Ketters, Crown Spirituality. I already can see where this is going. This is interesting. Alright, I didn't have these in the other one. Anyways, clarifying life situation. On the mend, be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. That makes sense, though, does it? Alright, I'll get into it. Laughter, wholeness, overjoyed, smiling, and then tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. And then we have gang, brotherhood of shadows, underworld transaction, violence and criminality, and avenger, memory, resolve, hatred, plotting. Okay, so what this is looking like is it is just perfect for this. Okay, so you're aware of why so many people have unhappy voyages, right? You're aware of the false promises made. This has to do with spirituality, okay? And the song that's been sung around that, like, motherfuckers are laughing in people's faces, overjoyed that people are suffering, and they think that they're tiptoeing around, that they're not going to get caught, right? And then we have the Brotherhood of Shadows here, but this is interesting because there's on the mend here. And this has been a recurrent theme in a lot of my readings and a lot of energy that I've just been tapping into, okay? It looks like there's a connection that's been unexpected, okay? Because of this broader view coming together, okay? Like, so the understanding of it, you get what I'm saying? Anyways, if it resonates, great. If not, it may not be for you, that's fine. Let's get some these to go with this. Okay, so why is gang here? Brotherhood of Shadows, underworld transaction, violence, criminality. Alright, so like the ones who were the real criminals are the ones that had been making the false promises and pushing people to just continue doing it their way, and like people just stayed unhappy, right? And then it's this paradox, like you see. Anyways, whatever. Gang. What do we got for gang? Why is gang here, please? Brotherhood of Shadows, underworld transactions, violence, criminality, please. Thank you. See, this is what I thought. Forbidden, love affair, temptation, flirting, giving into pleasure. I had a feeling it was that. Thank you. Alright, why is laughter here? On the side of unhappy voyages, next to Israfel. wholeness, overjoy, smiling. Or maybe you're the one, like you're laughing and smiling because you're like, this has all been a fucking huge bullshit. Exactly. It's been a fucking joke. Like, these motherfuckers are clowns. The ones that we were told to listen to had us in these false promises. Like, they kept making false promises, getting us to degrade ourselves, getting us to degrade our appearances, trying to be shamed and humiliated, because that's the only way that their asses could look any type of appealing to us. Okay? If you know, you know. If you don't, like, okay. But yeah, I think we know which songs. With Keter, The Crown Spirituality. I'll read the booklet on these too in just a second. I was wanting to dive into the. And you notice you got Avenger between Keter and the tiptoeing. So like someone who's been trying to tiptoe around, be sneaky, surrounding this spiritual shit. These false promises correlating to the. Okay. I resonate a lot with this pile. Alright, yep. Adrenaline, roller coaster, ups and downs, good and bad rush of feelings, right? Makes sense. That makes sense. Israfel, Angel of Song. Why is that here? What's that about, please? Call, exactly. Hearing from, conversation, talking, unblocking, alright? Avenger, memory, resolve, hatred, plotting, please. Deja vu. See, this is wild. There's history. Happened in the past, repeated patterns, okay? And then tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. We have decision, okay? Somebody made a bad decision. Wrong reasons, contemplating, say or leave uncertain, okay? So they're aware of the false promises and everything. They know that you know. They know you know. Alright, and they know. Now you know why you were being kept away from what had been inside you all along. Like, not maybe. Anyways, the connection was always there within yourself. And you going through, putting in the work. Okay, it's in a. It mended. It began to mend something, okay? Something long broken because of all the shit, but it's like, it brings things back into perspective, you know what I mean? Why is Unhappy Voyages here, please? See if I can get clarification for that. Oh, that one wanted to come out, but it didn't. That just slapped forbidden over there. Alright. Conflict, and then Unhappy Voyages, and then there's literally like a boat rocket on the sea. Clashing differences, incompatible, irreconcilable. Okay. The Unhappy Voyages are because, like, no matter where some of us have turned, where some of us have looked, we have tried so hard. We have given our all. We have, and it's just like enough. All we're ever met is with conflict. It's never enough. It's never enough. Unless we're, like, willing to just lay back and die sacrificing ourselves for these fuckers who aren't even grateful for any of it. The ones who make the false promises. And, ooh, my lip there's ringing. And whether that's, you know, a person, an ideal, a religious system, a belief system, a political whatever, it can. But I feel deep down you're already, like, it's resonating with who it needs to. Yep. False promises, get away. You just need to get the fuck away from this. Yep, run away together. Oh, God. Ha! Wanting to just leave something behind, wanting to just disappear, go no contact. I'm done. I said I was done, and I meant what I said when I fucking said it. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got single, independent, freedom from attachment, available today, and you already know who the fuck you're wanting. And you ain't gonna find that nothing like that in what's been in the current pool for us to fucking choose from. You know what I mean? But we had to learn where to find it, didn't we? And we did, didn't we? If you know, you know. Alright, so Israfel, Angel of Song. The herald that will call the coming of end times. Israfel is a presence, a beacon, a warning. Heated judgment is upon us. The horn that blows the final call rests against the flesh of Israfel's lips. If it is flesh. Israfel is both melody and cacophony of existence. Songs can be soft and warm, especially when they end. Under the serene score of creation, the danger of total destruction is hidden. Beyond that destruction may be a new beginning. You must consider the implications of your actions seriously. Choose your steps wisely as you dance upon the cinder-soft earth. The signs are a horn, a setting sun, and a flame. And then you have Keter, the crown. The first emanation, the first utterance, the font of energy through which Ein Sof emanates into the universe. The crown sits above the head and embodies that which is beyond our comprehension. One must envision Keter not as the object that can be perceived, but as the light that is cast upon it. Keter's light is beyond knowability, a timeless expanse of pure consciousness. Only through respect for our own limitations do we begin to see the shadow of its nature. It is the dark orb beyond which lies the infinite. At the highest point on the tree, all continuums cascade downward from it. Keter stands in contrast to Malkuth, who rests at the very bottom of the tree. The span that lies between them measures the complete distance from the most spiritual to the most physical aspects of our existence. Journeying downward from this point, all other emanations become increasingly close to our present experience, found in spiritual epiphany, faith, and humility. Isn't it beautiful? I get some of these. These cards are handmade. I made them forever and a day ago. I just broke a fucking nail. Oh well. They have code words, phrases, numbers. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm fully aware that what I have to offer isn't going to be for everybody, and not every little thing is going to be for every little body. That's fine. Take what you need and leave the rest for somebody else. Okay, we got 1063 Converter, Mary Christ Miss. Yellow Submarine. Ooh. 862 Lamb's Wife, Financial Prosperity. I am the only mother of man. The secret name of the unicorn. Cooperative. Blue Holy Panther Clan. Alright. 1062 New England. Set yourself free, zygote. This is really happening. 1427 Perfect Conversation. Adjective. September 2, like maybe September 2nd. Waxing Moon. My side of the story. Oh, shit. Exactly. Four of Wands. That's what that goes next to the... Okay. And that's funny, because, like, the Joker... Whatever. Anyways. 939 Covenant. Vitor. Purple Haze. Invasion. Stand at the ready, truthfulness. Splendid Phoenix Rising. shit, I just had something come to mind. If this might be pertinent. Christmas in July. Come on. There we go. 1288. This is your second chance. 744. Brother and sister. 795. Holy Grail bloodline. Righteousness is key. 674. The High Priestess. Dove in the Clouds. 1119. She is my soundtrack. Shoe Stone. Blowing Up. Get one more of these and then we'll go to the other deck and we'll balance these out. Oh. Thank you. The rules. Premium. Gas. Human elites. Nope, no. Oh no, whatever. 481 Manifestation. Current. Open House. Minnie Mouse. The Grand Poobah. 508 The Cosmic Christ. The Monster. The Obsidian Pillar. Tyga. Grandparents. Honky. Tuition. Irrefutable. Oh my god, my nose started itching. Oh, bottom of the deck. Crazy Horse. Fibromyalgia is a sleep disorder. Illusion and Duality. 698. On the Actual Moon. Love is Respect. Below the Belt with a Kiss. Ooh. Gaza Police Dog. 521. Midnight Tonight. It all points to the 12th. Going back to sleep for another hour. In her dreams and yours. Crazy Horse 217. Ooh. Okay. Random at first, alright. Okay. Someone's nasty ass finger in the fondue pot. Where else has that spoon been? High treason. Alright. Sharp mind, sharp tongue that can cut when loosely sheathed. Awareness of intellect can be good or bad. Love's a good challenge. Cash out, pay out, pay up. Damn. How about that inheritance, bitch? Anyway, don't forget the trail mix, bitch. Sorry. Why is MC Chris in my head? Oh, wait. MC Chris. If you get it, you get it. Wow, that was... Anyway, ready or not. Buckle up, incoming, buggy whip. Picking up the pace. Ooh, damn. Okay, so Buggy Whip, that's from, the name of the song is absolute ridiculous, but it's fine. It's, Teenage Nosferatu Pussy. It's like, it's Rob Zombie, White Zombie, something like that. Anyways, it's a great song. That's what it's like. I am the shadow, I am tomorrow. I am a hero with a buggy whip. I am so hazardous. My name is Lazarus. Anyways. That good love. Mr. Right Now always has an offer of some kind. Shakes more than twice. Oh, thrice. Shit. Fuckboy vibes. Ugh. Keep that shit over there. No, thank you. We've had plenty of that, haven't we? God, it's like a fucking plague. Alright. Overwhelmed, but for a reason. No shit. What did you hear first? Pick the one you can live with, the choice that is. It's smarter to explore all options before making a choice. Just be sure you aren't using indecision as a scapegoat for fuckery. So that whole thing of like uncertainty and like needing to it's okay to need to see, and it's being recognized because you're right. You're not using indecision as some scapegoat to continue to fuck around with the fuckboy bullshit, you know? Like, you know what you want, you have your eyes on it, like, you've taken the time to get to know it, to connect, to go deeper than, to go so deep, in fact, that, you know, it's like transcending, ooh, wee, sighs. Mystery frequents many genres. White Buffalo. Tiger Lily. Oh, Princess Tiger Lily. Wendy told good stories, but Tiger Lily, like, you know. Anyway. So. Alright. Push or pull. You like pull and like taking money out of baby. Anyway. Put these back and we'll get one more and then we're going to close this out. Although I might pull a few letter tiles on this one, maybe like 3 or 4. I'm curious about something. Free refills with proof of purchase. I love it. So if you think about like pouring into cups and why it's important to make sure that you're being poured into equally, and like if you can prove that, you know, if the proof is there that you've invested in me, I will continue to refill you for free. And it's like, because that becomes a perpetual exchange. You know what I'm saying? That's I remember when I made that card, I was watching Biodome, actually, and I was sitting there, like, writing shit on the cards, like, as it would come to mind, and he throws the cup, and he's like, what are you doing? And you think for a second that, like, he's caring about the environment or whatever, and he just rips the thing off the bottom of the cup and throws it, and he goes, free refills with proof of purchase. Anyways, yeah. Okay. M X E D A N. So it'd be med, man, mad. I bet he is mad. Made, axe, X, me, din. Did I already say med? End. Nam. He's at, I thought Nam. Anyways, damn. Are you gonna dam that river? Anyway, Alice in Chains. Let me see. I think that. X-A. Zayden? Because X-A-D-E-N. Zayden. I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of like fantasy romances. So I was sitting there like, yes. Anyways. Alright, I'm calling it. Thank you guys so much. Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed it. That was a good one. All of them were really, but I think that one, Pile 3, resonated the most for me personally. Like, y'all are on the same, it's very, anyways, if you know, you know. Alright, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of whatever it is you're doing. Be it day, night, afternoon, I love you, and until next time, bye.